Hello, welcome to Miniature Realms. My name's Stuart. We have huge news for Warhammer the Old World, so let's talk about it.
Miniature Realms is proudly sponsored by Counter-Attack Bases. They stock a wide range of counters, gaming aids and movement trays for multiple game systems, and offer custom items to suit your club, your event, or even your podcast or YouTube channel. Check out the link in the video description.
And when I say huge news, it really is huge news. The rumoured new starter set, the Warhammer the Old World core set, is here, and so much more. But let's take it in the same order that it's in the preview article, which I'm sure you've all looked at already. And we have this wonderful set, I hope, which is a perfect entry now for people wanting to start the game new. There's two armies in there. They look around sort of battle march size as well, which looks really, really good. So 54 miniatures, and we have some brand new miniatures in there with a new aspiring champion on demonic mount, an aspiring champion with battle standard bearer, 16 Chaos Warriors, 4 Chaos Knights, and then for Cathay, new models, obviously not new for this set, but very new in terms of the life of Warhammer. We have the Gatekeeper and we have the Gatekeeper Battle Standard Bearer, so it's that 2-box set that's already available at the moment. 20 of the Jade Warriors, 5 Jade Lancers, and a Cathayan Grand Canyon with Ogre Loader and crew. So this is a true starter set. The box includes everything you need to play, including your dice, your templates, a playmat, which will be really interesting to see. And the new core set, as I said, is a great way to start your armies by the looks of things. So really excited to see this. And regardless of what people feel about what they wanted in these starter sets, there's going to be lots of debate about this over the months leading up to this. I think it's fantastic that there is a proper starter set for this game. There's investment for the future of this game with brand new miniatures as well for new people starting the game. I think this is all super positive. Even if you didn't want to see Cathay in there and blah blah blah, I'm really excited for this. I think this really shows the game is growing and moving forward, and we've got so much more to see in the future. Of course, part of that starter set is the new Chaos miniatures, and these are brand new Warriors of Chaos, and I really like the styling of these. They remind me of quite early Warhammer 2nd, 3rd edition, some of the artwork back then. Really fun stuff. There's a demonic mount there. It looks like an extra large horse, maybe with a couple of extra horns and things on it, and I imagine this will be a set that you can buy as a 2, like all the other sort of mounted and foot warrior sets there are at the moment as well. You can obviously make one the BSB or vice versa, as you usually can with those sets. And then we have new Chaos Knights. There's 4 of them in that box, and very cool they look as well. I really do like these new aesthetics, and I'll keep saying that no doubt through many videos. It really reminds me of some of the older stuff. I've been looking recently at 3rd edition and 2nd edition stuff. It really reminds me of some of the line artwork back there, and I just think that's really fun. And just let me know in the comments what you think of those things. We've got Chaos Warriors as well in that same styling, 16 of them in the box, and to no doubt balance off against the Cathay armies. But again, really like the look of these new miniatures. They feel very Warhammer, but they also feel like Old Hammer, but with a modern design aesthetic on there as well. I think they've balanced that quite well. You let me know what you think in the comments. On to something that's not in that starter box, which again was heavily rumoured recently, probably not such a worse kept secret as the new starter box, which was in all of the sort of the leaks and rumour places on the internet, but the Chaos Dragon. And there's been talk about this for a while, to be honest with you. The two-headed picture and the line art in some of the recent books, and I think a really cool way of doing it, so you can build it in 2 ways, one with a champion on and one with a sorcerer on, and apparently, according to the stream, whichever one you don't build riding it, you get the foot option for the other. So fantastic options in there. I'm sure some people will buy one of each as well. Really hope I can get my hands on one of these to get painted. That sorcerer looks amazing. That book with all the detail in there looks really cool. But again, let me know what you think of the dragons. I think it's awesome. It's very Warhammer. I've had a message from someone, a good friend of mine who's dear to the channel, who's calling it as a bit big, but I'll let them do that publicly themselves. We have a new Warhammer the Old World rulebook, and it's very clear here in the article that is not a new edition. It's just got all the updated FAQs in. I've been calling this for a while in some of the videos on my channel, suggesting it. I'm not the only person either, that it would be a neat way of doing it. The same part of the studio, SDS, have done this before with other games, and they did it with the Battle of Osgiliath set for Middle-earth Strategy Battleground. They brought out a 1.5 edition. I think that's probably what you would call this, even though the latest FAQ is 1.5.2, I think. And in terms of books, this will be the official 1.5 edition of the game, which I think is a great thing. It means now that the book is valid again. I'm sure people will carry on using the online resources and things, but that's really cool to see, and I'm looking forward to seeing if there's any other changes in there as well. Next up, Battle March. This one's a bit of a surprise. They said on the stream that the Battle March rules are in the main rulebook, which I think is really important. I'm glad it's been added in there, but we have the first announcements of the smaller supplement books, and this is Battle March General's Companion, so it sounds like the rules will be in there as well. I think it's sort of 4 to 6 pages for the rules, but then lots of extra bits in there on top of that, and I think that's really fantastic. It's such a great way of starting the game or playing games in a shorter period of time. I'm a big fan of it on the channel. I know my friend Mark, who records the Old Worlders podcast with me on the channel, is a huge fan of it as well. We've done an episode on it. I'm sure we will be doing more, and it becomes Warhammer's version of Spearhead, that kind of thing. And I think that's just really important, that the game has a smaller sort of accessible way of getting into it, and not everyone can afford or want to play the bigger games, so some people might just play at this size, and I think that's important to have that option as well. But I'm really encouraged to see that included in that book are example muster list, but campaign rules and narrative scenarios as well, and I love that style of Warhammer. It won't be for everyone, but again, just really, really interesting to see that kind of content, I suppose, inside a rule book. If you follow the stuff on the YouTubes, which you may do if you're watching this, then we've slowly seen all of the main starter boxes being removed from the website, and this may well be the case now. Whether these Battle March starter sets, which are brilliant, again perfect for getting new people started in the game. I don't know if they'll bring out larger battalions as well in the future. Some people will say these are maybe a little bit too small, but I'd rather have something that was accessible. Both would be really, really cool. So you had bigger army sets and these. Who knows, that's something for the future. But what we have had announced are 2 Battle March sets, which obviously are companions to the launch armies in this new core set, Cathay and Chaos as well. So in the Chaos set, we've got a Sorcerer Chaos, 5 Chaos Marauder Horsemen, 20 Chaos Marauders, 8 Warriors of Chaos, and 4 Chaos Knights. So you can add that on to your existing starter set if you buy the new core set, and then buy the army that you want to continue growing, maybe split it with a friend. Perfect. You can buy these to grow your army to that next stage. And then the Cathay set has a Shikengan Lord and a Great Spirit Longbow, 20 Jade Warriors, 5 Jade Lancers, 6 Iron Hail Gunners, and 4 Crane Gunner teams. And I can't believe I'm saying this, and we probably deserve it after the long wait we've had, but yeah, there's yet more. We have Arcane Journal March of Chaos, and that continues that narrative trend we've had at the moment. We have had Friedel's invasion, we've seen the Chaos invasion with Cathay as well. Some of that's a bit prehistory, etc., wibbly wobbly timelines, but there's lots of stories building up to the Great War against Chaos, which narratively is sort of 20 years on from where the story is at the moment in the game. So all of this stuff is building. Makes sense that they're really focusing heavily now on sort of updating the Chaos plastic line, and hopefully we'll see that for other factions as well moving forward. But this one looks really, really exciting. And it says here, the supplement opens up new ways to use your Marauders, Warriors and Knights as you spread ruin across war-torn Westerland. So it's heading back towards the Empire again, which is, again, moving you back from one part of the world to the other. And I think that's really good. We can keep playing our campaigns and our games in different areas of the Warhammer world if you like to play that way. It'll also have rules for a new Army of Infamy when you can combine Warriors of Chaos and Beastmen Brayhards, and rules for your wizards to manipulate the winds of magic in new ways. You can also create your own custom Champions of Chaos and Brayhard Chieftains to lead your force. So again, lots of really fun stuff there. Heading back into the past of Warhammer, allowing you to build things like that. That's almost Realm of Chaos kind of things. I'm really excited to see how they present all those new ideas. Really, really fun. Finally, we have some card packs as well on the stream. They were shown separately, so we got, looks like, updated common magic items and Lords of Magic decks, which will replace the other ones, or at least add new things on there, maybe with FAQs as well. And then there's an Arcane Magic Ploys card pack, which looks really interesting as well. But there's just so much new stuff there to get thinking and talking about it, and I want to hear all your initial reactions in the comments below. I'll be making lots more content on this going forward. I can promise you it's going to be a busy time for all of us getting excited about the game, but I think the most important thing is this shows how much investment there is in this game going forwards now, and I'm looking forward to hearing all of your thoughts, or reading your thoughts in the comments.
Well, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed my excited ramblings. It's always fun building up to these things. There's been rumours abound for a few weeks now. They've been building and building in intensity, and now we have some confirmation of some of those rumours, and we can really start to talk about what this means for the game, and I'm excited to do that with it in the comments of this video. So I really want to hear what you think about this announcement today. What are the good bits, what are the bad bits, and what else would you like to see? And this is just my initial reaction to the announcement today. I'll be delving into it in a little bit more detail and thinking more about the permutations for this new release, or this upcoming release, with my friend Mark on the Old Worlders podcast that lives on this channel. It's a Warhammer the Old World podcast, and we tend to focus on a single topic each time, and I'm sure we'll be able to pick an angle to talk about it for this. So look out for that very soon, probably in a couple of days time, hopefully at some point this week. If this is your first time finding the channel because you're excited about the news, do stop and take a look around. I cover loads and loads of stuff on the channel, not just Warhammer the Old World, but the majority of it is Warhammer the Old World. So there's going to be plenty of stuff there, and hopefully you'll find the kind of content you like. I do a lot of chatting to camera, talking about stuff, but I do an awful lot of hobby and painting. Painting is my day job, whether it's for the channel or for the commission work and stuff I do. So there's loads of tutorials, loads of reviews, and loads of other stuff around Warhammer the Old World. And in fact, I'm very lucky. I quite often get stuff sent early by Games Workshop as well, so hopefully I'll be getting this set and I'll be able to bring you lots of content around it. So keeping my fingers crossed. I'm really excited, just like you all are, to see what's in this box. There's loads of other links in my video description as well, including my Patreon. So if you want to support me on the channel, that's the very best way of doing it. And also check out the link to my channel sponsor, Counter Attack Bases. But thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you soon.